truth is that virtually nobody will be looking at this video because you can see all of the answers in the back of the book. So if you're here, have a double marshmallow. Here we are. Pink one, white one. One to start, one to choose, another one. Oh, have another one. You'll never be able to talk now. So the key, you'll hear me saying this again and again, is vocabulary. Firstly, with these ones, read all of the options. So we've got start, walk, go, end, finish, commence. Now, they asked for which are the most similar in meaning. Which are the most similar in meaning? Sometimes they have the most similar in meaning next to the most opposite in meaning. A lot of people get very hung up at, synonyms and antonyms. They're just showing off they know big words. Who cares? I've never heard of them saying in the either 11 plus, what are the synonyms, what are the antonyms. It's only other people that just want to be. They'll say what are most similar, or most alike, or which are least alike, which are least similar, or most opposite. Because otherwise children would lose a whole section just because they didn't understand one word. Sometimes it'll be slightly different. They say, which words do you most associate with? So it could be something like fragile and chandelier. So fragile doesn't mean chandelier, but a chandelier is fragile. And the others would be something like welly boot, wooden spoon, tyre, none of which are fragile. But you have to know the words. So first, let's read the instructions carefully. Find 2 words, one from each set of brackets, which are most similar in meaning. So you've got start, walk, go, end, finish, commence. So I start the journey, I commence the journey. You have to be able to put them in the same sentence or same little clause and it mean the same thing. So start and commence. B. Unique, alone, different, special, individual, same. It's unique and individual. It's a unique way of doing something. It's an individual way of doing something. It means one alone. C. Pair, pair, pair. Now the first pair, P, let's write this down. What colour do you fancy? Okay, if you insist. Pair, that means 2 of something's like, so a pair of socks. Then we've got a pear. That kind of pear is the sort of the appley thing that you eat. And then we've got pear, and that's when you've got say an orange, and you pare off its skin. So you cut off a tiny, very, very thin slice. So pear, pear and pear. So they're checking that your spelling is up to scratch. Couple, people twice. So it's this pair, meaning 2, and couple. A couple of socks, a pair of socks. It means 2 socks. That feels better, doesn't it? Crumble, grumble, hurt, besiege, mean and moan. What are they checking here? Firstly, that you're going to get crumble and grumble. You'll be able to see the difference. And also that you don't get blindness with the difficult word. Besiege means to... the castle was besieged. It was surrounded. No one could get in or out. Sort of captured, but not quite. Very often children get like rabbits in the headlight when they see a big word or a word they don't know. They go, must be that, must be that, must be that. And then they miss it something like black and white as being the opposites, which they knew were the opposites. So they're trying to see whether you're going to get panicked by that. And so what we want is grumble and moan. Some people just grumble, don't they? Moan, 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 moan. And then my son tells a lovely story about a little boy who was on a train journey with his grandma. And throughout it's going, I'm not moaning, but... And clearly he was. I'm not moaning. Grandma, I'm not moaning. E. Greed, envy, anger, sloth, rage, pride. Now, you'll notice that these come from the 7 deadly sins, which I digress, but you can remember those by pale gas. Pride, anger, lust, envy, greed, avarice, sloth. Why did I put an E on the end there? Have you thought about getting a tutor that can either count to 7 or know that you don't spell gas with an E on the end? So 7 deadly sins. And rage and anger, they're the ones that mean the same. Into a terrible anger, into a terrible rage. Greed is when you want more than you need. Envy is when you get quite jealous of someone. Anger, rage, you know about those. Sloth, I say sloth, some people say sloth. It's like whether you say moth, cloth, or I can only think of sloth. There must be another one. And that's when you're very lazy. Ooh. And pride is when you're a bit better than everybody else. It's not like, as my mum would say, taking a pride in your appearance, where it just means not being a bit scruffy. Let's see. On to F. Have we decided? Yeah, anger and rage. F. Step, stop, hold, hang, halt, help. Again, this is just a little bit of a vocabulary check. Stop, halt. Both mean the same. It's bothering me. Stop, halt. Now, why is it I've learnt the 7 deadly sins, but I haven't learnt the 7 virtues? About time I wouldn't even know where to start. Number 9. See, watch, catch, find, capture, hold. Catch, I catch the fish, I capture the fish. I think you could do that one. Burden, walk, lot. Bag, load, carry. Burden and load. It's a heavy load. It's a heavy burden. These are just things you have to carry around. But remember that she's put carry in there because that's what you do. It is a load. It is a burden. I carry the burden. I carry the load. But I don't carry the carry. Gets complicated, doesn't it? So those are just checking your vocabulary. See you soon.